Yes. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Unity High School. In 2010, the Unity Athletic Hall of Fame Committee started a tradition of honoring past athletes, coaches, teams, and supporters who made their mark during their days at Unity. After a one-year absence, the committee has chosen its 11th class of inductees. 3 individuals and 1 team will be honored tonight. The first individual is Gary Frazier. Gary Frazier dealt with obstacles and injuries during his high school career, but never gave up. It resulted in an NCAA Division I basketball scholarship. Gary, a 1964 Unity graduate, grew up on a farm east of Marceline, the son of Lloyd and Aline Frazier, and the older brother of Rod and Gray. After attending 1st through 8th grades at Ursa, Frazier was one of very few Unity athletes to earn 16 letters in 4 sports: football, basketball, baseball, and track during high school. Unity was preparing for one of its best basketball seasons in 1962 and 63 until Frazier, a junior, broke his elbow early in the season against defending conference champion Warsaw. He recovered in time for his senior football season, but tore ligaments in his neck in a car accident on his way to the Illinois State Fair the following August. Gary rebounded to enjoy a stellar basketball season as a senior, earning All-State Honorable Mention honors and earning a scholarship from the University of Missouri. After playing on the freshman team, he started most of the games as a sophomore and junior. When Norm Stewart arrived as a head coach in 1967-68, he brought several junior college transfers with him, and Gary came off the bench that season. After graduation, Gary took advantage of his connections through basketball and landed a job with John Deere. He stayed with the company for 33 years, endured 10 transfers, and his last position was the Vice President for Farm Equipment Sales of North America. After retiring in 2001, Gary and his wife Peggy, he has been married to for 51 years, stayed in the Kansas City area. They live there during the warm months and stay in Bonita Springs, Florida during the winters, where they are currently residing. Gary and Peggy have 1 son, Chad, a daughter-in-law, Lindsay, and 2 grandchildren. The Fraziers decided not to make the trip north for tonight's ceremony. Standing in for him and accepting his award is former classmate and teammate Gary Brookman. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the newest member of the Unity Athletic Hall of Fame, Gary Frazier. The second inductee is Phil Conover. Phil Conover hasn't slowed down during his retirement years at all. After retiring as an investments advisor in 2004, Phil, a 1962 Unity graduate, served as the president of the Great River Economic Development Foundation, was the Dean of Career and Technical Education at John Wood Community College, where he helped start the Workforce Development Center, was the president at Quincy University for 3 years, and served as the interim athletic director at Quincy University for 6 months, when he helped lead 21 athletic teams in their return to their playing field after COVID-19. Phil grew up on the family farm north of Lima, the son of Glenn and Elsie Conover, and the brother of Joe, Lee, and Ruth. After he was in the 6th grade at Lima Grade School, the farm was sold and the family moved to Blandonsville for 1 year. In high school, Phil played football, basketball, and baseball as a freshman. This was back at Unity, but gave up football after he learned it wasn't smart to be tackled by the likes of Larry Troutvetter and Larry Cornwell day after day. Phil was a 3-year varsity basketball player, but made his biggest mark on the baseball field, where as a right-hander, he teamed up with lefty Dick Fessler to be one of the area's best 1-2 pitching duos. Phil helped lead the Mustangs to a West Central Conference championship his senior year. Phil spent a quarter at SIU Carbondale before transferring to Illinois State University, where he played baseball as a freshman. An illness made a move to Arizona State University necessary. There, he earned a degree in education and married his high school sweetheart, the former Bonnie Schaefer. They returned to the area where he taught history for a year at Quincy High School before teaching and coaching boys basketball at Payson Seymour, Rushville, and Quincy Catholic boys. In 1977, he moved into the world of investments. Back in his home district, Phil has served on the Unit 4 Foundation since 2004 and has helped raise over $500,000 for educational endeavors at Unity. During that time, he also helped organize the Friends of Unit 4. The Conovers currently live in Quincy. They have 3 children, Eric, Mark, and Ann, along with 7 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the newest member of the Unity Athletic Hall of Fame, Phil Conover. The third inductee is Robin Leanertz-Ippenson. When it came to playing sports, Robin Leanertz-Ippenson almost feels like a pioneer at Unity High School. While attending Fowler Elementary School, 1st through 6th grades, playing sports was the farthest thing from her mind. Volleyball, basketball, and softball were not offered as interscholastic sports at Unity until the 1975-76 school year for girls. That was when Robin was a freshman. It didn't take long for her to fit in. Robin was a starter in all 3 sports all 4 years. She was a setter in volleyball, a guard in basketball, and primarily a second baseman and outfielder in softball. The only postseason success was a district championship in volleyball Robin's freshman year, although she earned all conference honors in all 3 sports and was a team most valuable player twice in volleyball. All of this without the benefit of middle school sports or traveling sports. We knew what we did from what we learned and did in gym class, Robin said, and I quote, "Once we got to high school, it was kind of hope for the best." Lots of things have changed. After graduation, Robin attended Robert Morris College in Carthage, where she earned a 10-month secretarial business certification. She worked for WGM for 2 years, followed by careers at Harris Corporation and with the United States Postal Service as a letter carrier. Robin has been married for 37 years to her husband, Kirk, a 1980 Unity graduate. They live in Minden and have 2 sons, Alex and Daniel, who are athletes at Unity, a daughter-in-law, also named Robin, and 2 grandchildren, Ayla and Archer. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big welcome to the newest member of the Unity Athletic Hall of Fame, Robin Leanertz-Ippenson. Our final inductees are the 1991 and 1992 baseball teams. Those 2 teams put together the best back-to-back seasons in Unity baseball history with 38 total victories. Both squads won Class A regional championships. The 1991 team finished with a 21-4 record, the most wins in school history, and the 1992 squad finished 17-6. The 1991 team was led by 3 all-area first-team performers, Trevor Hull, Phil Hildebrand, and Chris Peter. Trevor led the team in hitting with a .462 average. Phil was the team's most valuable player, and Chris was 8-0 on the mound. That team won the West Central Conference Championship. The 1992 team placed 3rd in the West Central Conference before winning the regional title for the 2nd straight season and the 3rd time in program history. Co-team MVPs in 92 were Phil Hildebrand and Trevor Hull, and the pitcher of the year was Virgil Davis. Terry Christensen was the head coach both seasons, his only 2 years with the program. His assistants in 1991 were Dan Logston and Jerry Ellerman, and his assistant in 1992 was Paul Littleton. Let's meet the players on the 1991 and 1992 baseball teams. And how we're going to do this, we're going to do it by class. Members of the class of 1991 were Brad Burke, Curry Cram, Lewis Clement, Sam Knox, Chad Maynard, and Chris Peter. Please give your applause for those players. From the class of 1992, Aaron Bristow, Virgil Davis, Phil Hildebrand, Trevor Hull, Heath Kendrick, and Jason Enning. From the class of 1993, Lance Grunwald, Travis Kendrick, Donnie McMillan, and Doug Roberts. From the class of 1994, Craig Adair, Adam Burke, Chad Bruning, Corey Crawford, Randy Dickerman, Michael Emmert, Jason Nichols, R.J. Peter, Jesse Starman, Todd Steinkamp, and Jason Wilcox. And from the class of 1995, Jeff Blum, John Cornwell, Casey Cornwell, Jared Frankel, Jason Hall, Kurt Hesse, Seth Knox, Jason Revy, and Brad Both. And finally, the assistant coach on the 1992 team, which I believe was his first year at Unity, starting a long career here at Unity, Mr. Paul Littleton. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big hand to the latest members of the Unity Athletic Hall of Fame, the 1991 and 1992 baseball teams. And let's give another big hand for all the inductees: Gary Frazier, Phil Conover, Robin Leonard-Stephenson, and the baseball players from 1991 and 1992. Thank you.